Very good day everybody, and welcome to another video. This is your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko, and I will be your captain for today's flight. And today's flight will take us once again back to the MD-11. This time it's the MD-11F, the freighter variant by TFDi design. For a short cargo run on this rainy Sunday from Amsterdam, Netherlands to Manchester in the United Kingdom. The airtime should be a little under 1 hour, 58 minutes. So it's not going to be a very long flight, but we're pretty heavily loaded. Pretty much like 90,000 kilograms of cargo carrying with us. We're using real world time and real world weather, the Aerosol Simple Traffic Tool and GSX. Let's get the overlay up. Let's just get inside. So we're parked here. Actually, it looks like there's a little bit of sun coming through here now. Look at that. We're parked here at the cargo area on Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam, using the Martinair cargo livery. The very old school. I believe they still fly, but I'm not sure if they're actually using the MD-11, but we are for sure. Right, so let's get everything set up. Let's see if we can take off and land this baby. I think we'd probably just start with the boarding. There is no real boarding, but at least we'll have the cargo loading.
Boarding
Let's go
requested.
request boarding. Previa partner. Let's we have our flight plan in here. Airtime 58 minutes from Amsterdam to Manchester. So let's get this sucker going. And the main cargo, I believe it actually does open. It's always a bit confusing because sometimes GSX will start saying, hey man, open the door, and you're like, okay, and you're scrambling to open the door. But then the vehicles just arrive a little bit late, and then they still open the door themselves anyway. So sometimes I sort of lose track, so when do I need to open it, when do I don't need to open it? I'm guessing it's this one here, but if they would do it without the beeping, that would be very much appreciated, I must say. So these are all up and running. As you can see here, the ground power unit has also been connected. Don't think I see any movement, so let's just go inside and see if we can open that cargo door.
Do you want to board crew?
Sure.
Crew bus is coming.
Alright. Let's see, services, the big cargo main. There it goes.
Pilot's boarding starting.
So stand by 1 second, please.
Crew boarding starting.
Alright. Right, so let's start it up. Battery, we do have external power available. Let's turn that on.
Autopilot.
to the overhead lights are the emergency exits. Well, for the emergency lights. Alright. FMC1. So in this case we can be really simple. Dispatch and flight plan to FMC. There we have our flight plan. Also, we might need a bit more information. Let's get our OFT up here. Cost index 119 and cruising 300. The cost index should say here is all 119 and cruising 30,000 feet. Temperature and wind. I think that would be +2, -15. Okay, so for the flight plan, let's see, I think let's just have our OFT here. Fuel, block fuel 19.6, final reserves 8.1 or 8.2, and then departing runway 18 left, the BERGI for Echo departure, and then we got the OTBED 1 mic arrival for a 2-3 right, so 18 left BERGI for Echo. Well, that's the wrong button. Well, not a bad fuel though. So SID 18 left BERGI for Echo. And the transition. No, insert. And Manchester. Two free rights with the OTBED 1 mic. ILS 23 right. OTBED 1 mic. Insert. Right, so that gives us the entire flight plan. And then we'll probably get some vectors for flight plan discontinuity. This looks like it's still not going. Oh, there you go, vectors. Or, no, this is after the missed approach. Okay, cool, so we got that. Secondary for now, we'll just copy the active. We probably won't be needing that at all. for the NB page. Luckily, this is quite simple in the MD-11F payload. So 19.7. That's correct, block fuel 90.7. And finally, the takeoff performance. We'll select our runway, and runway 18 left. If you would come back, please. 18 left. Got some weather information. 18 degrees, 1004. Winds 160 at 5 knots. This will give us V1 136, rotate 153, V2 164, flex temperature 57, flap 25. And the packs will be off. Flaps 25. Slope and wind, so we got slope 0 and wind will be 5 knots, so 0 at 5. Outside air temperature, I believe it's 18 degrees centigrade. There we have it. V-speed 136, V1 136, rotate 153, V2 164, 36, 53, 64, actually spot on for a change. So let's go ahead and confirm the V-speed. And then that should conclude the setup of our FMC. Alright. And get the radio panels and set a squawk code of 3121. Transponders. The flaps can pre-dial at least. We're not extending the flaps right now, but we can pre-dial the dial flap. Bring that down all the way to 25 degrees. There it is. Cargo loading at 93%. So I guess we're pretty much set up here. Let's just turn on the beacon. Seatbelt signs and smoking signs. Just confirm our fuel 19.6. We'll start the APU. And then we'll climb straight to 30,000 feet. This will not be a very long flight. It's kind of cool, nice and local short little flight with beautiful aircraft. (1004). Right, so the IRS system's still aligning. Mr. Belugang 04. Hey man, how are you doing? what do you remember? Give me XP. Is there any way, is that new, that XP thing? I noticed this the other day, that there's something like XP. I believe like the more you put something in chat, you get XP or something. But I must admit I have not really looked into it. But if I understood correctly, I believe it's actually something you can just get. Let's have a look. Top fans. What is this? Be the first on the leaderboard by showing support. Try sending a live chat or super chat. No, I'm not quite sure, Mr. Balunga. I think if I understood correctly, you just get XP by participating, by typing. I'm not really sure, man. We're just here to have some fun. So today we're doing a short flight across the canal from Amsterdam to Manchester in the United Kingdom. It looks like the boarding has finished, or the boarding, not really boarding, but the loading actually is finished, so the loading of the cargo. So it should be quite heavy, like getting around, maybe it's almost like 90,000 kilograms of cargo. And this is all looking good, so I guess we should be able to get going soon. Get some lights up here as well. And this we can do without for the moment. APU is available. Let's turn on the APU bleed. We disconnect the external power up here, and then also let's just disconnect to the FB. Let's also remove the wheel shocks. Stabilizer trim 5.3. So let's start the pushback.
Need to set parking brakes to request
Whoops,
ground
need
services.
to set parking brake. Let's try this again. Prepare pushback and departure. I'm just checking the chat here. Mr. Balungang 04 saying XP, please. Can I manage your channel?
Hello,
oh, thanks so much, man. No.
pushback.
The channel management is perfectly fine as it is, but thank you very much for offering. I don't know about the XP. If you could tell me what exactly how it works, then I can see if there's anything that can be done. Let's not forget to uncage, or I believe actually they call it gauge. So let's just do that.
Departure checks completed.
Engine ignition not armed. So we can do that right now. There you go. Right, so 18 left. Let's look where it is that we are. It's a very big air. So push back. Nose to the left. Get ourselves onto Sierra. And Sierra will cross runway 24 onto Echo 2. That's quite a drive, but we'll get there. So push back nose to the left and tail to the right. There you go.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, parking brake release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright. Start engine number 3. Beautiful MD-11F. Look at that being pushed back. Nice and heavy little chubby cargo plane. And let's not forget to enter the fuel. Mr. Balloon Gang, have a good night, man. Have good dreams, good rest, and a very good day tomorrow. And thank you so much for saying hi. Right, so this pushback here appears to be going good. That's so far so good. We can arm profile and navigation. The auto thrust system is still off. There is this, it's boxed by this white little thingy. Later, man. Have a very good night, Mr. Balloon Gang. Have a very good night, Mr. Balloon Gang. Have a very good night, Mr. Balloon Gang. Have a very good night. Have a good night, man. Thanks for saying hi. Alright, next engine. Engine number 2. Here's the N2 coming. And let's get some fuel in there.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes
Waiting
set.
for confirmation for a good engine start.
Right, so we're waiting for engine number 2. Right, engine number 3. Some fuel in there. So we can set our trim now. This will be 5.3. It's already coming in the green there, that's always good to see. 5.3, so the trim has been set. And the auto brake can go to takeoff to arm the ground spoilers. We might have to do this again. We saw this earlier as well. We sort of looked like we had to do it again in order for the system to recognize it. I don't know how that works, but we'll see. Flaps, they go to 25. Right, so we have 3 running engines. EGT is all stable. So let's confirm good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
And then one day they'll say, well, so can you. And then they start getting passive aggressive on us. Well, that's when the real soap starts to bubble, you know. Alright, all kidding aside, well, maybe not all kidding, but what's life without a little bit of kidding? It's just boring nonsense. Alright, so far this is looking good. Let's have a look what they're doing to our plane. So we got the nice old school Martinair cargo livery. Operating out of Schiphol, Amsterdam Airport, Netherlands.
Toll track disconnected. Bypass been removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Turn on the taxi lights, runway turn off lights. Let's wait for that visual confirmation of the bypass pin that he's scanning now. Thank you, Martijn. That's Martijn. He works at Schiphol Airport. Alright. So I think the Martinair are probably called after him. Alright. Then brakes, so if we remove release the parking brakes, there you go, we have the green box now. That means we're configured. So let's quickly recap our taxi route. So we're on Sierra, then we'll cross runway 24, keep on going straight on Bravo, and then we'll take we'll basically take a left turn, and then we'll have to do a little bit of a maneuvering there to get into 18 left. Alright? So we release the parking brakes, so let's get this baby rolling. I'm going to run the Sky Dolly program in the meantime. This will not be a very long flight, so maybe just better to record the entire thing, so I don't forget. I always want to use it simply to actually record the landing. But the data is not very much, so just recording it now. Alright. Ground speed 17 knots. Again, some very uneven terrain, as you can see. Look at that. But not as bad as we had Las Vegas. That was actually totally terrible. That could, like, seriously, like, just crash or, like, detect a crash, you know. Let's go engine idle for a little bit here. We don't overspeed. But at the same time, we do need a little bit of speed to keep on maneuvering. So we're just going to give ourselves clearance to cross runway 24. Let's hope there's not a Boeing 747 all of a sudden landing on our right wing. Let's see if we can just drive straight through this ground vehicle. Let's do it. No, just to see. We're going the correct way. Okay, cool. So the engines are now running at idle, and we're still at 24 knots of ground speed. So let's reduce our speed a little bit. Then we'll have to cross the runway 27. It's an interesting airport, this one. It's super big. I got a lot of runways. And then let's hold short there at the holding point. I quickly need to check just a couple of things. So runway 1 is left. Let's set the parking brake for a bit. Alright, let's have a look. Everything looking nice. Let's turn on our landing lights. I believe the packs were supposed to be off, so did we do it? Guess you just do it like this. Packs are off. Parking brake released. And let's turn on our 3-gas system. Even though I hate the crap out of it. And especially, you know, when you're flying with AI or, you know, embassy aircraft. Because they just fly anywhere, whenever they want, wherever they want. For no reason at all. beautiful plane, man. Look at that. She really taxis like a nightmare, but sort of get the hang of it after a while a little bit. She's just extremely slow in turns. I would like to get the main gear correctly lined up here, and then get our nose wheel in line as well. So something like this should definitely do. Alright, we'll stop. Let's start the timer. And I say let's just get going. One more thing. I got the message here for the fleet, for the packs. And click auto flight, and now the auto thrust system has been activated. There it goes, auto thrust system is kicking in. So 153 is our rotate speed. Rotate. Positive right gear up. Let's turn on the autopilot immediately. That is saying heading. Let's turn that off again. For now we follow the flight directives. Looks like navigation was not on. Okay. So autopilot on. Now we got AP1, pitch, nav1, takeoff thrust. Turn the packs back on. Not sure what she's doing here. We're supposed to be going to Alpha Mike 029. Now it's just going for random direction. So must have missed something. Let's see, maybe we got some vectors in our flight line. No, but then let's just do direct intercept. Let's go Alpha Mike 028. Appears to be working. A bit of what stutter there. Let's go to standard pressure. FMC2, perf.
Stabilizer motion.
The top of descent is not yet counting down. But usually in the MD-11F, or the MD-11, it goes quite fast. It starts giving you the time to top of descent fairly shortly after takeoff, which is quite nice. Speeding a little bit there, 250. Let's actually retract our flaps. Totally forgetting about them. Killing the aircraft here in the process. Thousand feet. Landing lights can come off. AP already shut off on its own. It's pretty nice. Already 15,000 feet, speed 308. On our way to BERGI, where we should be speed 310. So that's looking good. Then comes the top of climb, and then top of descent not too long after. As I said, it's not going to be a very long flight today. But the aircraft should be quite heavy. Lots of cargo carrying. So left turn from BERGI now. Alright, so I think we should prepare for the arrival. We got the OTBED 1 mic arrival. And a runway 23 right, that we're an ILS runway. Let's check the weather. If we go to the performance, Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, 23 right. I'm not sure about the runway condition, but let's get weather information. 108, 17 degrees, 280 degrees, 13 knots. Now, 23 right. Let's first get the chart in here, because that doesn't always, that never comes automatically. You have to do the ILS chart yourself. 23 right. We'll use this one to put a pin in it. So the arrival will be this one. The OTBED 1 mic via OTBED to Goles, to Pole Hill and BERGI. Goles, Pole, BERGI, and then there's the intercept Rosen. So now if we go to the final approach chart, actually Rosen was also on here, I believe. Yeah, so BERGI, Rosen. Not really sure what I mean now. Let's see on this chart. I think I would really like to have the plan view now, and zoom in a little bit more. So Goles, Pole Hill, BERGI, and then a right turn taking you to Rosen, and then from Rosen to CF 23 right. Okay, I think we can probably do that. Let's just give that a shot. CF23 right. And we could create a waypoint after Rosen. Let's say heading 110 for 15 miles. Let's try and do that. Rosen. Heading 110. Yeah, 15 miles, that seems okay. There you go. Looking good. Let's keep it. Alright, so what else do we need? 109.5, India, November. Let's just double check. So we got Manchester, Echo Golf Charlie, runway 23 right, ILS, flight slope 3,500 feet, 10 knots come out from India, November. Final approach course 232, 109.5. 109.5, and I believe it was 232, yeah, 232 degrees. That's entered, and then our minimum. Maybe we can go for 50 feet. Let's just do it. Radio altitude. Yes, radio altitude. Wow, that's going so nice and smooth. Look at that. Alright, 50 feet. We're almost at cruising altitude there, 30,000 feet. We can go back to the map view. We'll zoom out a little bit. Now let's see, when is our top of descent?
Altitude.
That's still not listed, that's interesting. Alright, 30,000 feet, we're leveling off. Now we should go into cruise settings, so a little less fuel burn. We're now burning 3,420 per engine. That's like more than 10,000 kilograms of fuel per hour. We're carrying 15,000, but it's going to be a short flight anyway. And we could maybe enter the descent winds as well. Let's see, where do I do it? Let's do it here. Descent forecast. We get the descent winds from our OFP for flights. Simbrief OFP. And then there's the wind section. And that should give us the descent winds. 350, 310, 200, 150, 314 at 41. Actually, we don't need 350, we need it basically from 200 actually. So 200, 319, 025. That's a bad angle. Just a quick double check, 200, 319, 025. 319, 025, and then 150, 307, 023. Zero 7023. $321.17. Insert them. Top of descent. 1 minute? Are you kidding me? I don't understand. 95 nautical miles? And it's still 1 minute? How does that work? So, right there before OTBED should be our top of descent. This is new to me, why it is showing 0 and still counting down. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's do 50 flaps, 50 degrees flaps landing. There you go, 11 minutes. That makes more sense. So what's this telling us? Ice detected. Okay. Alright, so the glide slope, I believe, was 3,500 feet. Check on our chart. 3,500, so that's the altitude that we'll put in the window. Now by the time we overfly the top of the set, we should just start descending on its own to 3,500 and not go below. That's such a cool plane, man. On our way to OTBED in 70 miles or so, a little under 70 miles, and that will also be the top of descent. That will be in 64. As you can see, it's slightly before OTBED. See if we can get some real ACES information. Manchester weather. 280 13 knots, 10 miles, scatter 2,100. Broken 3,500. 13 degrees, QNH 1008. Okay. It is showing some weather, so still this is basically just aesthetics as far as I understood. So final approach speed 161. Let's check on our flight plans. (167). That should be 161. So. See if we can change it. Not really sure if we can actually in this aircraft. / not allowed. Let's try it here at FF23 3500. If that is allowed. Okay, cool. Then we'll do that. Five minutes to top of descent. No ice detected. Okay. Uh-oh, the pilots have jumped. Three minutes to top of descent, 29 miles. I'll be stepping off into the galley for a little bit, and I'll be back in 2 minutes or so, and then we'll start our descent. have already started to descend, that's very good. And we're also on profile, on our way to Golet. So that does look like an interesting arrival. Goal as to Pole Hill to BERGI, and then a right turn to Rosal. And then we'll go like this for 2-3, right. We're still nicely on profile there, it's good. Let's turn off the weather radar. The runway length, I believe, was 10,000 feet. To the right, 10,000 feet. After landing, we'll vacate to the right, and then we'll just find some place to settle down. And we've seen this aircraft decelerate on the runway really quickly, so minimum speed auto brake should definitely be enough for this runway. So we have all our landing data except the QNH. We'll set the QNH, I believe it's 5,000 feet. Let's have a look here. Transition altitude. At 5,000 feet, we will set the altimeters to 1008. On the way to Golet, 10 miles, we should be there, flight level 170, speed 310. The speed is okay, and we're making flight level 170 as well, speed with Edward C. So Golet, Pole Hill, BERGI. I'm not sure about that intercept, what that is going to be doing. BERGI, intercept, and then Rosal. Probably just fly this and I guess we'll be good. We're a little bit high now, so let's add drag. So, speed drag extended. Our runway to Pole Hill. There we should be flight level 149er, speed 250. You can see we're a little bit high, but that's slowly changing, getting slowly improving. Speed definitely going down, look at that. Remove drag, okay. I can do that. Speed drag retracted. Let's turn on the seatbelt sign, even though there's no real passengers as such. But there might always be someone in the back. Let's go there. So we have this little couch here, little area. This doesn't even have seatbelts. So, yeah. Okay, so it looks like we're holding flight level 170. GoLess, let's have a look. So GoLess we are mandatory 170. And then we can start descending even further for Pole Hill. Actually, Pole Hill also is 170. Let's see. Yeah. So already quite close to the airport. Actually, these are the final fixes here for the final approach. But we'll be going to straight line, take a right turn at BERGI, and then we'll get ourselves like this. Now 39 minutes into the flight. Time is 17:53. Expected time of arrival 18:50. So we're just chilling here at 17,000 feet, or flight level 170, rather than descending some more. So we'll see if this will get us into trouble later. Then at BERGI 149er, we're also flight level 70, and then at flight level, and then at 5,000 feet, we will switch to the local pressure. And that is still at 1008. Temperature 16, the wind is 280 degrees at 12 knots. Approach speed with flaps full will be 161 knots. Pole Hill and 15 nautical miles. And then we can finally continue our descent. seems a bit unusual. Usually, sort of keep on descending, and here we have a mandatory flight level 170. Just not sure why in the FMC it also says 170 at Pole Hill, because I do not see that on the chart actually. It does say max speed 250 knots, but there's no, as far as I can see, there's no altitude constriction. The airport is pretty much to our left now. Well, lots of clouds in the way. Got a little bit of stutter there for a second. So speed's holding steady, 250. Pole Hill coming up, 3.5 miles. I'm curious to see how the plane's going to do this. To me it looks like a very sharp turn. But yeah, we'll see. Stand by one moment. Alright, so see what's going on. Continuing our descent. Let's get some drag out. As I expected, we're a little bit high. And I don't think I'm understanding this left turn, actually. Intercept. Let's go direct road and see if we can do that. So we'll keep our speed brakes out. 12,000 feet. Let's turn on the landing lights. I'm also going to turn on the runway turn-off lights now as well.
Stabilizer motion.
Rosen, we should be flight level 70, speed 230. I think we'll make that, Turning on the anti-ice for these clouds here. It is saying no ice detected. We're gaining on our profile now. We're also on 2 miles. We're now at 8,000 feet. We need 1,000 more. And we still have our speed brakes fully extended. Now on our way to Papa Bravo Delta 01, that's the waypoint we created off of Rosen. There we should be flight level 54, speed 230. So the speed is there, our altitude is not, but we are slowly getting back on the vertical profile. Windshield heat on, really? What's the weather? Turn that on as well. Oh, of course, this is, yeah, never mind. Well, it's still saying no ice detected. Let's just have it detect ice first then. So we still have the speed brakes out. PBD01, we should be there, flight level 54 and speed 230. Speed 230 we're maintaining. So it looks like we'll make this. So then when we turn in about 2.5 miles, we'll turn on the approach land button. That will arm both the localizer and the glide slope. We're below the glide slope now, below the point of where we should intercept it from below. Well, let's retract our speed brake. Stand by for a light turn. And let's turn on the approach land, so we arm the localizer and we arm the glide slope, or the approach if you will. Approach speed is still 161. QNH 1020. Wind 2209 or not. 1020.
Altitude.
Add some drag. The QNH set 1020.
Altitude. 2500.
Let's try flaps 1. And then maybe remove the speed brake. Land armed, hold 350, 3,500 feet. Localizer capture. We're 12 miles out. There's our runway. Nine miles.
Stabilizer motion.
.1 miles.
2500. 2500.
That's 6.5. Let's drop our gear. Gear down. Running by to be captured by the glide slope as well. Flaps 28. Flaps 35. Light slope capture.
Stabilizer motion.
Go flaps full. And stand by to disengage the autopilot and hand fly the rest.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Autopilot off.
Autopilot.
Not up too
Glide slope.
quickly there.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Five hundred. 400. 300.
There's our runway.
200. Approaching minimum. 100. Minimum.
Continue.
50. 40.
Fly idle.
20. 10.
That's another bouncy landing. A little bit of rudder and settle down again. Are we down? Okay, I think we're down. So, welcome to Manchester, everybody. Full reverse. Not the landing I had in mind. Let's do some toe braking here too. Engine to idle. Flaps up. Speed brake in. Actually, speed brake was never armed. Okay, to the right. Yeah, so I definitely feel like doing a couple of more of these flights, just to get these landings a little bit better under control. This is the second landing in a row that I actually bounced. And I do have some idea why, because usually I do engines to idle and then flare, and I've been trying to actually do it the way it's supposed to be, which is flare and then engines to idle. And then all of a sudden it appeared to bounce a little bit more on me. So just to get some more feel for that, I'll probably be doing some more flights with the MD-11. But here we are, Manchester. So a pretty much fully loaded cargo plane. I'm not sure if we can make it through here actually, look at this. I think it's probably safe to stop here, because I'm a little bit afraid that we might hurt our plane again like we did on the other stream. So we're just going to stop right here, set parking brake. And that's it. So welcome to Manchester, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the flight. I had fun for sure. And I will see you all at the next video. Thank you very much for checking. Have a very good day. Bye bye.